Uso is our World Heavyweight Champion, which means we need to figure out people who he should defend that World Heavyweight Championship title against. So, of course, in my mind, decided to pick 5 WWE superstars that should face Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship. And I think they're pretty good options. I mean, the last couple maybe be mind-blowing, and I think I'm a little bit stupid and delusional for thinking this, but hey, who knows? We don't know what's going to happen in this World Heavyweight Championship reign. We don't know who he's going to face. All we know is he's probably going to face Logan in his first title defense. That's all we know. But, yeah, I feel like the first couple make sense, but the rest probably don't. But put it down below what you guys think about this list before we get into this video. Predict who I think... Never mind. I already have them in the thumbnail. Anyway, hit the subscribe button because I'm on the road to this many subscribers. 500. So, anyway, let's hop into today's video. Okay. Number 1. I think this is a given. I could see Sami dethroning Jey Uso. I really could. But I feel like this is one of the first I feel like this is going to be the last championship. I think eventually Sami Zayn will turn heel on Jey Uso, ending their friendship, ending their brotherhood. And then Sami says, no, you don't deserve that title, Jey. Oh, the reason why you deserve it is because these fans think you deserve it. The fans turned on me, blah, 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 blah. And takes the title off of Jey. Though I do think that this also makes sense because they know each other, they have a long history with each other, they know each other like that, and all that stuff, right? And I think where it's going, I feel like this should happen. I feel like they teased it on Raw after Mania. I feel like that's where they teased it, and that's planted the seed, and Karrion Kross keeps on planting more seeds and seeds and seeds to Sami. But I think it's eventually going to happen where Jey and Sami are going to face off and end up having a match, or maybe a couple matches. Maybe Sami has a babyface match, and then the rest of them are heels. Like, I don't know. But we don't know until we get this match, and I think this is one of the easiest matches to predict of Jey Uso's WHC Championship reign, the World Heavyweight Championship reign. So, yeah, I feel like this is a given. Next up, we got Braun Breaker. Now, Braun Breaker just joined Seth Rollins in his new future, what's it called, segment, or whatever this is. This new, I don't even know. I'm not even joking. I'm not even sure what this is. But whatever this is, I really do think Braun Breaker has a bigger chance now to go after World Championship gold, and I feel like facing Jey for the World Heavyweight Championship would be a solid banger and a good feud. And you got Seth Rollins' faction beating him up if they had more members. By this time they ended up feuding. Heck, this could be a very, very good choice of taking the title off of Jey, bringing on Braun Breaker, and Braun Breaker being the young superstar he is, can carry that title maybe till Mania or whatever they want to do with the championship. I think it's a really, really, really solid option, and wouldn't be surprised if they actually did end up pulling the trigger with it. I would not be mad at myself if this match happened. I would be pretty stoked and pretty excited that this is a superstar that Jey is facing during this World Championship reign. Also, I think it's time for Braun Breaker to challenge for World Championship gold, because ever since he got to the main roster, he's only been challenging for mid-card gold, and let's get this man on some championship gold. And when I mean championship gold, I mean World Championship gold. Imagine that on Braun Breaker. Imagine, just look at him just it looks good, right? I'm telling you, right? It's gonna be perfect on my boy Braun Breaker, and this would be a good way to bring this man a new persona now, and I think this new faction is gonna bring a new persona out of him. But I think this would be a crazy way, maybe even at SummerSlam if they bring back Queen and King in the Ring, which I don't think they're doing this year. They could do make him the King of the Ring, face Jay at SummerSlam for the World Heavyweight Championship. Take the title off of Jay. Boom, biggity boom. New World Champion Braun frickin' Steiner. Anyway, next match we got El Grande Americano. Now, yes, I couldn't find a render of El Grande Americano, so this has to work, right? You know what I'm saying? This has to work. And it kind of looks like El Grande Americano's body, if you see what I'm saying, right? But of course, we had to cover the face of this random person because I don't want to expose their thing. But it looks similar to El Grande Americano's body, so I said, why not? Let's use it. Now, the reason is because I feel like WWE loves this man, El Grande Americano. They just signed this dude not that long ago, you know what I'm saying? And they gave him a WrestleMania match. They literally had Chad Gable. They should have put Chad Gable in this spot, but they put a guy they signed 2 weeks ago in this championship, or in the match at WrestleMania with Rey Mysterio, a.k.a. Rey Fenix. Which, what? What do you, like, how do you not put Chad Gable in that match? But you put a guy you signed 2 weeks ago. It's mind-blowing to me. It's really, really mind-blowing, bro. And also, seeing the long history of historic, prestigious lineage of El Grande Americano in Mexico, the Gulf of Mexico, in South America, Central America, all the prestigious, rich roots he has down there, and just the fame that comes off his name, and a guy who has been hiding for I don't even know how many years, 20, 30, 40 plus years at this point. He finally signed to the WWE after years of not being signed or not even wrestling, was in hiding. Finally comes out, and I think this would be a perfect, crazy opportunity to bring someone like El Grande Americano to try to bring a good match out of Jey Uso, bringing this World Championship goal with having a great match, and I think this would be a solid, perfect match. Have an easy win for Jay, because we all know that El Grande Americano is probably not winning World Championship goal until he goes after mid-card Championship goal. I feel like that's where he should start. I feel like that's where he should be stuck in. But, you know, not my opinion. Not my opinion. It's whatever. But, yeah, I think this would be a solid match, and I feel like this would be an easy, good win for Jey Uso to still kind of find his reign as World Heavyweight Champion. And next up, let's see who I got up next, and it is Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross cut a promo on the WrestleMania recaps, which blew everyone's mind away, including mine. It was a perfect promo, and that promo was probably the promo that's going to make him a superstar. He's already a WWE superstar, but this is going to make him a literal super megastar. That promo is going to define Karrion Kross's career, and I guarantee you, this man is going after championship gold. He's made multiple factions, multiple superstars already in the WWE turn heel. New Day, heck, probably Sami Zayn. You know what I'm saying? He got in basically AJ Styles' head, and causing him to lose to Logan Paul, which made him mad. And I think this Logan Paul versus Jey Uso feud is going to make him mad too, and probably make him mad at Jey Uso, which causes him to go after World Heavyweight Championship, which causes him to have a feud with Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship at some PLE down the line. Heck, it doesn't have to be on a PLE. It can be on a random episode of Monday Night Raw, but I think this would be a good feud, and maybe Karrion Kross tries to poke at Jay, get his mind rolling, try to plant that heel seed in him, you know what I'm saying, and try to say, you're defending it against Logan Paul? You better win, Jay. You better win, Jay. We already saw what happens when another veteran loses to Logan Paul. Doesn't end well. You better win, Jay. You better win, or else bad things are going to happen. And maybe he appears in a Paul versus Uso match, and he says, Jay, use this, bro. Use this. You take your opportunity to become world champion. And Jay does not use it, but somehow still ends up winning because I know he's the biggest babyface of all time. But I feel like this would be a perfect feud to kind of mess with Jay's mind and plant heel seeds in him. I don't know. Maybe I'm cooking or not. Maybe I'm cooking. Who knows? Anyway, next up and last but not least is Pentagon Jr. or Pente Cyril Mirador or Penta in WWE. Now, honestly, I couldn't really tell you why I picked Penta, honestly. Because I'm not going to lie. It makes no sense to pick Penta to face Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship. They have no connection. They have literally no connection unless you put the Usos versus the Lucha Bros together, which they still doesn't make sense. Why would you put them together even though it makes no sense? Honestly, I just like Penta's wrestling style because he's phenomenal in the ring. I feel like it should be crazy. A Yeet versus Cyril Mirador. Yeet. Cyril Mirador. Yeet. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons why I did that as well. Plus, I feel like this could bring a great match out of Jey Uso. I feel like Jey Uso will be locked in mentally trying to beat this wrestler that's better than him in the ring. Maybe not on the microphone, maybe not on the catchphrase, yeet. But someone who can match him in the ring, I feel like Penta could bring out something in Jay that brings his wrestling ability to a next level, which I think would be perfect for this character of Jey Uso going on his yeet and his world heavy yeet championship. I feel like this would be a perfect fit for Jay. Also, I just feel like we need to get Penta a championship opportunity outside of the mid-card division, maybe a tag team championship. But I feel like a world heavyweight championship wouldn't be out too far out of the picture because, heck, look at it. Let's take a look at last January when Seth Rollins busted his knee, basically. He defended the World Heavyweight Championship against Jinder Mahal, who wasn't on TV for like 2 years at that point. And somehow, I thought Jinder Mahal was going to win the world title. I'm not even joking. Like, I thought somehow he was still, even though he was on TV for like 2 years at that point. So if they can make Seth Rollins versus Jinder Mahal at I don't know, random episode of Raw for the World Heavyweight Championship, like that would be crazy. Just make that work. Also, I would also like to have more World Heavyweight Championships opportunities, like more. Like I would like the champion of the World Heavyweight Championship to defend their title on an episode of Monday Night Raw, like Seth Rollins did. I feel like Jay would be literally the perfect model for that, facing Penta, Karrion Kross on Raw episodes, heck, maybe even Sami Zayn. Who knows? But that's what I want from this championship reign, and I think it would be perfect. But what do you guys think? Comment below, leave it down below, hit the subscribe button if you're new. Anyway, you guys say, do you think this 5-superstar list is good or not? Leave it down in the comments below. Anyway, hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. See you tomorrow. Bye.